Good morning, SJSH community and family. Today's the day where I'm unveiling our procedures and policies. I want to thank you so much for your patience and trust in us as we create and then now unveil our opening procedures. Keep in mind that as we send this out today, it may end up changing. The fluidity of this time period means that we might get new information and new guidance before school starts and thus have to change these policies. But that being said, the documents from SickKids in Toronto have been our guiding light in setting these. And I'm so very thankful for all of the doctors, the pediatricians, the nurses, the biostatisticians at SickKids all around Canada for creating these guidelines and then helping us get our kids back into school this fall. Your child's education and well-being are the most important things to us here at SJSH. I can't promise you that we won't have a disruption in the school year. In fact, we should probably expect it at some point. However, I can promise you that your child will have a continuous learning year and that my staff and I are dedicated to your child's education. The document that I am attaching to this email details the measures that we've taken to reopen our building for the 2020-21 school year. I'm not going to go through each and every one in detail in this video right now, but I am going to highlight some of the measures that we're taking. So first, parents, I'm not going to be permitting you just to enter the school when you drop off or pick up your students or your children. The only exception will be the parents of the JKSK students. They must enter, those parents must enter via the side door by the basketball courts. We have moved the kindergarten room from the main hallway to the room outside or opposite of the bathrooms, right beside that entrance that I'd like you to come in. Should you need to speak to parents, every other parent, should you need to speak to anyone in the office, myself, Sabrina, Fred, Bonnie, anybody, you must call the school, you must email me, email the office, and book a time to meet. I do apologize that isn't as flexible and fluid as we've been in previous years, but I appreciate your assistance with that. So again, only the parents of the JKSK students are permitted to come in through the side door to get their child dropped off and to pick up their child from that location. When anybody is entering the school, staff, students, parents, anybody, please wash your hands at one of the hand washing stations. Hand sanitizers are also placed in front of the classrooms, and in each classroom we'll be having hand washing breaks throughout the school day for students. We've had signage posted, and teachers will also be teaching the proper hand washing procedures to all grades, JK to grade 12. We are not renting the school building out to anyone this year, so there will be no other people in the school building other than our school community. Our full-time janitor is here throughout the school day cleaning and disinfecting everything. But on top of that, in the evenings, we have a professional cleaning crew coming in to, again, give the school a deep, thorough clean throughout the night. The Aegis shield that we've been talking about multiple times on these videos is set to be applied the weekend of August the 14th. Before your child comes to school, we'd like you to perform a health check using the health checklist that I will put into the document. I will also be performing on-site health checks during especially the initial days and weeks of the school in the parking lot, and then on an as-needed basis throughout the school year. So it's quite likely that my on-site checks will happen regularly. It's also a good time if you do see me and you do have a quick question, you could talk to me in the parking lot. If your child becomes unwell during the day, they will be removed from the population. They will be isolated. You'll be contacted right away, and we expect that you pick them up immediately. And then further guidance from public health will be followed. This is the same procedure if anyone on staff becomes unwell during the day. All upper floor students, so that's everybody who is upstairs, and all staff, must bring a mask to school and wear them at the high traffic times when distancing is difficult. So entering and exiting the building, in the halls between classes, in the halls during lunchtime, and others. Students are not expected to wear a mask in the classroom when they are seated. However, a student's desire to wear a face covering at any time would be respected. Parents, please contact me at the school prior to September the 8th to inform us if there is a medical exemption from that mask requirement, as we understand that this might be extremely difficult for some students. Only the high school students will have access to the lunchroom during the school day. Everyone else will be eating in their classrooms. We will be assigning tables in the lunchroom as well for those high school students so that no more than 7 students will be seated at one long table. High school students, we expect that you listen to and adhere to the table that you've been assigned to. Even if you have a spare period and you might not be the only person in the lunchroom at the time, you are expected to sit at your designated lunchroom table. I appreciate your help with that. We want students to bring their own drinking containers, not a plastic water bottle. We do not want excess empty bottles in our halls, our garbage, our recycling. So please ensure that their names are clearly visible, they're permanently applied, and we are only permitting water to be drunk in the classrooms or drink it in the classrooms. Please arrive early, so pick up and drop off. Arrive early to drop off your child. I'm talking 8 a.m. This will really help with traffic congestion. At the end of the day, don't arrive early. Don't arrive before 3:35. Again, this helps with traffic congestion. We can help the flow of kids coming in and out of the school. If at any point we feel that the traffic is too congested, we will be assigning you a specific pickup and drop off time, and we are expecting that you adhere to that. So in order to help us, please arrive early in the morning and arrive later in the afternoon. Last, I really encourage you and I really want you to read over the SickKids document that's entitled Guidance for School Reopenings. And I will put links to both of those documents in the description below, but also in the email that I'll send out to you. It's very important to go over this since they are the experts, and those are the documents we are using to create all of these policies. I know you're going to have hundreds of questions and so many what ifs for me. What I can tell you is that we are following the guidance of Public Health, SickKids, the Ministry of Health, and the Ministry of Education to get all of our answers for those what if scenarios when they happen. My focus is your kids, their well-being and their education. I won't have all the answers right now, but if I can leave you with this, it's that your child is my utmost priority. I have a staff that is fully dedicated to your child and is ready to move mountains to ensure that they have a successful year. I continue to be in awe of our amazing community, and I know that even this school year will look different than other years. We as a community and a school will thrive. I'm so looking forward to seeing all of you next year or in a few weeks. Your support and your trust in us is so appreciated, and I'm ready to show the world just how awesome our community is. I want you to have a wonderful rest of your summer, and I will see you all in the coming weeks. Bye for now.